Hello everyone. I welcome all of you to your English classes and I am your teacher Harshita ma'am. So students, I hope till now you have watched my previous video and completed all your work, right? And students, I hope you all remember those three important things that you all are supposed to do. What are those three things? Yes, you got that right. So you are required to like, share and subscribe my channel. Also click the bell icon so that you can instantly get the updates about the channel. Now students, I hope you all remember that this week we did a new chapter. What was the new chapter? It was chapter 9 of your course book, right? It was chapter 9 of your course book and its name was As You Like It. So, I hope you understood everything which we did in the classroom. Today, we are going to discuss the chapter in brief. We are going to summarize the chapter so that on the basis of understanding of the chapter, you all can complete the question answers of this chapter in your notebooks. So let's start. Okay students, so let's start learning. I hope you all remember we are going to start with chapter 9 of course book As You Like It. Okay, so first of all, remember that this was initially written by William Shakespeare and retold by E. Nesbit. Okay students, now a very important information that you all must have is that this chapter has been written in two parts. Keep in mind it has been written in two parts. Okay, so we'll be talking about the first part and the second part one by one. But to understand the story, what is a prerequisite? That is knowledge about all the characters, right? So first of all, we will see what all characters are there in the story and what is your role. Okay, so the first character we will see is Frederick, who will be a wicked duke, who is a wicked duke. Then Frederick's brother, remember students, Frederick's brother was actually the real owner of the dukedom. The dukedom actually belonged to Frederick's brother. But Frederick, being a wicked man, actually snatched it from him and sent his brother to exile, where his brother had to go and live in forest of Arden and lived life as a forester. Okay, then we have Celia, who is Frederick's daughter, Rosalind, who is Frederick's brother's daughter. So Celia and Rosalind were cousins. Okay, after this we will see Sir Roland de Boys, who was also a duke, and Sir Roland de Boys was also sent to exile by his brother. So he also suffered from the same thing which Frederick's brother suffered from. Okay. So Sir Roland de Boys had three sons: Oliver, the eldest son; Jack, middle son; Orlando, the youngest one. Okay. So in this story, we will find a lot of things about Orlando and Oliver. Fine. After this, one more important information that you must have is Orlando here has been described as a wrestler. And I'm sure you all know what a wrestler is, right? So Orlando has been described here as a wrestler. He was slender, he was youthful, so he was young, he was thin in appearance. Then there is another wrestler whose name is Charles, right? Whose name is Charles, and remember that Charles was a celebrated wrestler. Celebrated means a well-known, a famous wrestler. So these are the characters in the story, and now we will find out the role of these characters. Okay, So students, this story is based in England, as I already told you in our classes also. The story is based in England, and what happens is this man called Frederick sent his brother to exile and became the Duke of that dukedom. Frederick had a daughter Celia, and Frederick's brother also had a daughter Rosalind. Celia and Rosalind loved each other a lot. So, when Frederick sent his brother to exile, he didn't banish Rosalind, he didn't tell Rosalind to leave, because he knew that his own daughter would not be able to live without Rosalind. Fine? So what happens is, the story goes this way, that once these two girl cousins went out to watch a wrestling match. When these two girls went out to watch a wrestling match, they saw that the two people who were going to fight were Orlando and Charles. So instantly the two girl cousins decided to go and talk to Orlando. What was the reason? They actually went there to tell Orlando, also to actually make him understand that fighting with Charles could be a bad decision. Why? Because Charles was a celebrated wrestler, he was famous, and also he was very strong. Charles had a record that whosoever fought against him was actually killed. The person who ever fought with Charles had actually died. So they both felt that Orlando was a sweet person. So they went to help Orlando and inform him, warn him about the consequences. When Orlando heard this, Orlando instantly felt that how his talent can be questioned. How the two girls can feel that he does not have that strength. So he gathered all his courage and fought the match. Now what happened? When he fought the match this time, Orlando won the match, which was obviously a strange thing to happen. But eventually he did. So now the two girl cousins, Celia and Rosalind, decided to go and congratulate Orlando. Also, while doing that, Rosalind said to Orlando that, "Gentleman, please accept my chain." She was wearing a chain, so please accept my chain. And the reason behind that was that she wanted to give it to him as part of respect or as part of a small gift in his honor, right? So she gave it to Orlando, and obviously Orlando wore that chain instantly. This was the point where Orlando and Rosalind showed some feelings for each other. Rosalind and Orlando developed a cute friendship with each other, right? On the other hand, there was some conspiracy going on in Frederick's mind also. What was it? It was that Frederick wanted to be friends with Orlando now. But this could not happen. He could not be friends with Orlando, and what was the reason? The reason was that Orlando's father, Sir Roland D. Boys, was a very good friend of Frederick's brother. That is why he could not be friends with Orlando. Also, he found out that Rosalind was in love with Orlando. This is the point where he felt that Rosalind should also leave. So he ordered Rosalind to leave the dukedom and also told her not to be seen anywhere around. When this happened, girls asked the question that why was Rosalind told to leave all of a sudden? The Duke did not have any answer, so he avoided it and left. Now, Celia and Rosalind, who were so much in love with each other, decided to make a plan. Under the plan, the two girl cousins decided to leave the dukedom but dress up as someone else so that nobody could recognize them. So, Celia dressed up as a girl named Alina, a shepherdess you can call her. Rosalind, because she was taller than Celia, dressed up as a boy, as a shepherd called Ganymede. So now they changed their names and they changed their appearance also so that nobody could identify them. So I repeat it for you all. Celia became Alina and Rosalind became Ganymede. Right? So this is how they went, and they also went to live in Forest of Arden, where they lived life like a shepherd and shepherdess. So this sums up the first part of the story, students. Right? Now we will move on to the second part of the story and find out what happens in it. Let's start with the second part of the story. So what happens in the second part is, if you remember, we saw in the last part, Celia and Rosalind, that is Alina and Ganymede, they were roaming around in the Forest of Arden. They continued to live in the Forest of Arden as a shepherd and shepherdess. On the other hand, Orlando was also roaming around in the forest. Now, what he was doing? Orlando also was in love with Rosalind, so he could not stop thinking about her. All the time he kept on thinking about her, and do you know what he did? He started writing sonnets. He started writing sonnets on some pieces of paper, and what he did? So he started hanging those sonnets on the branches of the trees. Now, when Rosalind saw those branches with some sonnets, with some love sonnets, some love poetries, Rosalind questioned, and she wanted to know that who was actually doing it. She felt that it was foolish of the person to write sonnets. While Rosalind and Celia were thinking, they met Orlando. Now, if you remember that Rosalind was dressed up as Ganymede. So, obviously, Orlando did not identify her. But Rosalind knew that obviously it was Orlando. So they started a conversation in which Rosalind told Orlando that she didn't understood the reason behind pasting sonnets or hanging sonnets on tree branches. Orlando told that it was actually him who was doing it. And later, Ganymede told Orlando to come and meet him every single day and express his love for Rosalind, so that he does not have to paste these sonnets or hang these sonnets on the tree branches. Do you know why this happened? Do you know why Ganymede said this to Orlando? Because actually Ganymede was Rosalind, and Rosalind also was in love with Orlando. So she wanted that Orlando should express all his feelings directly to her. This is why she somehow told him to do so. So every day, Orlando went to meet Ganymede, who was actually Rosalind, and went there to express all his feelings. Right? So here on one hand, Rosalind was enjoying, and Orlando was unaware of everything. It kept on going for so many days, but one day when Orlando was going on his way to meet Ganymede, he saw that another boy called Oliver, if you remember, Oliver was Orlando's brother, the eldest son of Sir Roland de Boys. So he was lying down somewhere, he was lying down on the ground and he was sleeping. While he was asleep, there was a tigress roaming around. Orlando knew that leaving his brother with the tigress could be very dangerous because tigress would eat him up. So he instantly decided to fight with the tigress and save his brother. This is what he did. He fought with the tigress and saved Oliver. When Oliver got up, he felt he repent all what he did to Orlando. He started feeling that whatever he did to Orlando was not good. He realized his mistake. Also, while fighting with Tigress, Orlando had lot of injuries on his body. If you remember that Orlando was going to meet Ganymede. So, he tells Oliver to go and inform Ganymede about what all had happened. Oliver went to meet Ganymede and Alina. When he went there, he informed them that Orlando was hurt and it was all his mistake. The way Oliver expressed himself, the way Oliver accepted all his mistakes, made Alina fall in love with Oliver. And their wedding was decided. So Oliver and Alina decided to marry each other. On the other hand, Orlando and Rosalind also married. At the end, both of them dressed up as themselves and came out and married. So it is a story of beautiful love and beautiful friendship. Also, the story teaches us to accept our mistakes and move on with them. So I hope all of you understood the story, and now on the basis of your understanding, I hope you will be able to write down the answers of all the questions. Thank you everyone. Please put your thoughts in the comment box so that I can get in touch with you and also address your queries. Thank you.